But in the seasonal, you're going to learn about how the park works and cleaning and doing all that type of stuff.
Right.
I think the only other thing that I can, if you want to be more on the sports side, like doing, I think like YMCA type place or YMCA camp or somewhere that has a recreation center. So even Raleigh Parks and Rec that has like a recreation center. Just learning how a facility works and learning how, because even though you're dealing with a facility, you're also dealing with the parents of the kids and
Right.
all that. So
Everything that goes into
Right.
the facility and its visitors. Got it. Okay. And would you say that this career field is growing?
I would say it's growing in the commercial aspects of it. I wouldn't say that it's growing in the like state park aspect of it.
Okay.
We're kind of at the same level of jobs that we've had all along. They aren't really adding more park ranger jobs, so I think it's just kind of the turnover that's happening right now is just how many positions we have open. But the commercial aspect is exploding. So if you wanted to do something in like the pay for play type atmosphere, you definitely have a lot of options there. I mean, they're hiring people at Disney that have degrees in park and recreation. They're hiring people, in your normal rec centers, your sports teams, all those type of things. So
Gotcha.
those places are definitely getting more jobs.
Right. Okay. And if you could, for me and our audience, describe future prospects of people coming into this field. Like, what can, a young college kid or just, someone who's interested in starting, a career in this field, what can they look forward to?
Sure. I think we're changing a lot as far as like who we're reaching out to for programs. It used to be like just people who come to the park. That's the only people we'd give programs to. And now we're going out into the communities, giving programs to schools, people who may never have stepped foot into the woods. And so you get to be that first contact of teaching someone about the outdoors, which is pretty cool. So I think just the like the possibilities are endless. It's whatever you bring to the job. If you want to have more inclusive programs for people with disabilities, you can do that. You have the like they kind of allow you to do programs however you want to do them. So
Okay. That's awesome. So it's a very kind of make your own playground
Yeah.
type situation.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I know we kind of touched on it a little bit with the academic major and experience, but what suggestions do you have for people starting out?
I would definitely say just get any skills that you can get that might relate to the job. So if it's a park ranger that you're looking for, get that seasonal position, get experience using a weed eater. It may sound silly and dumb, but any like tick that you can get on a box that might be on it's working for the state. They have a certain list of things that they want to see that you can do, and each one of those ticks is a step towards getting the job. So if you're a seasonal and you get a tick for using a weed eater, using a lawnmower, cleaning bathrooms, fixing a small plumbing issue, any of those things, a chainsaw, any of those things that you can get a tick for, that's great. Like you can use that in an interview and say, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this.
Right.
And that's what they want to hear, is that you've seen it. You're not going to be like, oh, it's a clogged toilet, I don't want to do this job anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's number one, just getting some skills in the outdoors and in facilities.
Gotcha. Okay. We're almost done here. We're almost out of time, but on to some more fun things. What is your favorite part of this job?
I think my favorite part of the job is, so there's kind of two parts. One is being outdoors whenever you want to be, and then two is probably the kids and the school aspect. Because when I was a kid, that's what got me into the outdoors, was going to a park, seeing a park ranger. The park I went to, for some reason, they had a boa constrictor, which, and I'm from Iowa, so, not really a native animal,
to that
but
park.
we thought it was, like, super cool, and we got to hold it, and that was just like rocked my world. So getting to do that for kids, not with a boa constrictor, but with other things, is kind of a cool feeling. So that's what I like the best.
Nice. Okay. And so this is also a question that I have for me personally, but also for our audience. Resume and cover letter, like you said, I know you said in the interviews, the state wants to see a certain list of checks that you make, and some requirements that you meet, but what are some good tips and tricks to put into your resume, to put into your cover?
I think any certifications you have, put that in. If you have CPR, put it on there. If you have, say you took a chainsaw course, put it on there. If you, anything that you feel is like above and beyond, put it on there. If you did a bunch of community service projects, put that on there. Anything that shows that you're willing to get out there and do things is things that they want to see on there. It's not like I went to school here. I mean, of course you're going to put where you went to school, but that isn't what catches people's eyes. The thing that catches people's eyes and makes them remember you is that special experience that you did that you can mention in there, like community cleanup or any of those things.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I had a wonderful time. Thank you
for
your time, and I appreciate you coming in, especially on your day off. Really do appreciate it.
No problem.
Once again, I'm Avi Baxter. This is my Recreation Intro to Sport Management course. I am closing out the day with Eric Tennyson, Ranger 2 at William B. Umstead State Park. Thank you so much for listening, and have a good day.